Hello and welcome to our tourism focused podcast, part of our Green Travel series. Today, we're excited to discuss a unique guide on rural resilience and rural tourism. I'm Emma, and with me today is Artemis. This resource, our Rural Tourism Business Guide, is a goldmine for anyone interested in sustainable tourism. So, Artemis, what's your initial take on this guide?
Well, Emma, it's an absolutely fascinating read. In total, there are 6 chapters. So we have chapter 1 that explores the state of the art about rural tourism in its partner country, namely in Slovakia, in Poland, in Italy, in Ireland, and in Austria. Then we have chapter 2, which is about rural tourism and resilience. Moving on, there is chapter 3 that deals with the concept of rural tourism and its different aspects. And after follows chapter 4, which is on experiential tourism in rural areas itineraries and how this can be an opportunity for young resilience. And moving towards the end, we have chapter 5 that looks at digital tools for experiential tourism, such as digital storytelling and story living. And the last one, chapter 6, focuses on the local communities, such as hosting community. So, Emma, as you see, it doesn't just talk about tourism. It's something that can be seen as a blueprint for revitalizing rural areas through sustainable and experiential tourism. It's about building close, mutually beneficial relationship between visitors and the local communities.
Great, that sounds fascinating, Artemis. Can you just elaborate on how the guide suggests we can achieve these kinds of relationships that you describe between visitors and the local communities?
Of course, Emma, I'd love to. So, the guide proposes creating unique tour packages that focus on local culture, traditions, and even agriculture. It's about offering an authentic experience where tourists can participate in local activities like traditional cooking classes or farm visits. So, tourists are part of all this process, Emma.
I see, I see. It's interesting, Artemis. So it's all about getting tourists to actively participate in rural life, is that right?
Exactly, Emma. And it's not just about the activities. The guide emphasizes building connections with local communities so tourists can understand and appreciate the local way of life, which in turn fosters a deeper respect and appreciation for the destinations they visit.
Uh-huh. And what do you think are the benefits of this approach for rural communities?
Well, it's definitely a win-win situation because tourists get an incredible and unforgettable experience while rural communities benefit economically. The guide highlights how this kind of tourism, also known as agrotourism, can bring new life to rural areas, creating jobs and supporting local businesses.
Ah, agrotourism. I like it. And just getting back to your point, that's a crucial point, actually. Does the guide provide specific strategies for businesses in these areas?
It does, Emma. It offers practical advice on how to develop and market these unique experiences to the right audience. There is also a focus on using digital tools and social media to reach potential tourists, especially the young age. As you know, they use a lot digital tools and social media.
Of course, absolutely. And I see with the current focus on sustainability, how does the guide address this?
The guide is very forward thinking in this aspect. It stresses the importance of sustainable practices in tourism, ensuring that these rural destinations are preserved for future generations. It talks about the balance between development and conservation.
Hmm. That's a delicate balance, indeed. In conclusion, Artemis, what do you think is the most important aspect of this guide?
Well, Emma, for me, the most important aspect is its holistic approach. It's not just about boosting tourism, you see, it's about enriching both the tourists' and the locals' experiences, ensuring economic, cultural, and environmental sustainability. Overall, I think it's a comprehensive resource for anyone looking to make a positive impact in the world of rural tourism.
Yeah. Thanks, Artemis, for that insightful discussion. And to our listeners, we encourage you to check out this valuable guide on each partner's website. Just go to the partner website that you're familiar with, search for Rural Tourism Business Guide. There you will find more detailed information. And I believe it will soon be published onto Rural's website, which is currently under construction. So stay tuned for more discussions on transformative tourism initiatives. Until next time, safe travels and happy exploring.